God's first, God bless us. What's going on, everyone? It's Friday. Right now it's 3:46 a.m. We're headed a little bit late to our reservation. We're only 1 minute late. With that being said, it's for $13, and it's back-to-back with an airport ride for, I believe, 22. Let me double check. Sorry, this one's $15.72. And then our airport ride is $25.89. And that is at 4:35. So back-to-back reservations. Trying to be prompt about getting to this one here. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. That way you know when I'm going live. I'm live every day. Every day I'm driving, I'm live. We're about 13 minutes from our first pickup.
His energy was outstanding today. He was the one going for those balls and actually looking like he trying to get a rebound. You can see the energy, the pace is different when the young guys are out there. Doc has to get out of his own way. I don't know if y'all ever heard that saying before, but like back in the day, when I was growing up, people used to say that all the time, get out of your own way. Hey, Doc, you gotta get out of your own way. You need to stop letting personal relationships affect this team. We know Pat is your boy, but Pat is terrible, bro. Pat is absolutely horrible. And I will keep it real when I say this. They don't want to re-sign Beauchamp. Beauchamp is better than Pat C. Umade is better than Pat C.
Good morning.
Everybody on this
How are we doing,
Pat
Mariano?
is the worst player on this team and in this organization. Down to ball boy, he's the worst. He's the worst. Damn.
Who's D?
Man, you get $9 million. Oh.
Who's D?
Bobby Portis had a good game offensively. Offensively, he had a good game. Bobby Portis, 27 minutes, 7 of 15, 3 of 6, 2 of 3, 6 rebounds. No. Hey, does this surprise anybody that Bobby doesn't have any assists? When that Bobby gets that ball, it sticks in his hand. He either shoots or he shoots. It ain't no in between. Shout out to Bobby. But y'all see his plus minus is only plus 2. It's because his defense is absolutely putrid. But he did have 19 points. Beauchamp had 2 points. Pat Connaughton, my man, Pat Connaughton, 17 minutes. 0 for 2 from the field, 0 for 2 from the three-point line, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. 1 assist, 1 turnover, 3 points. Pat, you're trash, bro. I'm sorry. Pat, you're trash. And AJ Green, the man of the hour, 18 minutes, 4 6 for 3, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 12 points. Can we give kudos to the Bucks for only having 10 turnovers tonight? What an improved performance by the Bucks tonight. Only 10 turnovers all night. Very impressive by the Bucks. We shot 50% from the field, 42% from the three-point line, and then 22 of 30 from the field, from the free throw line. We should shoot a little better, but I think we're missing free throws. We don't normally miss free throws. Like Dame missed a free throw. It's cool. It's cool. I just think this is a great performance by the Bucks. If we needed a win and some momentum going against the Knicks tomorrow, let's look at these team stats real quick. We deserve to win this game. We deserve to celebrate. When you've been on this type weekend, friends and family, you deserve to celebrate and be happy. So let's be happy about this. We out-rebounded them for once. We won on the offensive rebounds, 11 to 8. And shout out to...
We're about 10 minutes away from our pickup.
Big reason for a lot of offensive rebounds. 13 steals is very impressive by the Bucks. 13 steals is very, very impressive. A lot of people with good hands out there. Torian Prince, I've seen Andre Jackson Jr., I've seen some solid defense. And we caused 22 turnovers. That's how you win games. That is how you win games. Now, the problem is, if you notice here, they got 26 points off of turnovers. 26 points, and a lot of those were 3s to 17. And I love this right here. That means we're playing with pace, for instance, 39 points on fast break. That's awesome. That means we're playing with pace and 46 points in the paint. This was a very, very, very good performance by the Bucks. And we ended the game very strong. And what I'm noticing
We are audio and video recording this ride
we are Achilles heel. Now it's starting to be an attribute. That was when we blew this game open and outscored them by 15 points in the third quarter. So whatever Doc you're doing at halftime is working, and keep doing it. So salute to you for that. Now let's get into the chat. Let's get into the chat here, y'all. See what's going on. So we see who in the building. Let's chop it up for friends and family about this big win tonight. Appreciate y'all tapping in. A little late today, but appreciate y'all tapping in. Let's see who in the building. Then we gonna open up these lines. Chris B, what's good? Shout out to my boy Ohio. Eli Harris, what's good?
Oh, shit.
Shout out to watch the game today. What up, Sherrill?
I fucked up.
See Sherrill at the game today. What's good? And then my guy, I see you today too. I think you said your name was Jonathan Parker. If not, let me know in the chat. Salute to you too, bro. That's cool seeing y'all at the game too. Always say what up. We can always chop it up. Salute to friends and family. Eli Harris, what's good?
I hate that the exit is on the left side.
What's good?
That's my fault.
Carrie, what's good? Good to see you, Carrie.
That's right, we only gained
Gary Foster.
a minute here.
The homie Jeff Riley, straight out of the OC. Luke in the building. Jonathan Parker, there we go. That's my guy. What up, Jonathan Parker? Salute. Good meeting you today, fam. Good meeting you today, fam. Salute.
We're good.
Milwaukee Break, what's good? Pamela Davis, what's good? Gibson Nicholas, the homie, straight out of the Bahamas. We are not just local, we are global in this chat. Salute. Eliza, what's good, Eliza? I hope you're feeling good about this win. Nicholas, what's good? Salute. I love cooking internet buns. I hope you're okay, bro. We might need to send 12 to check on you, bro. I know you don't like when Dave has good games. Hey, we might need to call 12 to do a wellness check. Bro, I love cooking internet buns. Hey, we might have to call 12 for real soon. Hey, they got to do a wellness check. I don't know if y'all know what that's from, but if you do, that's super funny to you. Salute, salute. The childish one was good. Ollie Benjamin was good. The homie J.R. Causey was good, bro. Salute. Boy Bobby was good. Appreciate you tapping in, Patricia.
We are 8 minutes away from our pickup. 8 minutes away. First pickup. 15 bucks. Going back to back. Got a second ride for 25. Good morning so far.
That's a huge problem with the team, is these rotations. Doc got to get these rotations together, real talk. What up, Francis? Eric Payne, Tony Tone, what's good? John Torres, the homie pass in the building. Celos Jake, what's good? I see some new people in here. Salute. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe. Jake, you what's good? Hey, the homie King Keys. I ain't seen you tonight at the game. Keys, let me know if you was at the game, bro. What up? What up? All right, y'all. Let me open these lines so we can get this going because it's already kind of late. I want to make sure friends and family can tap in and get this cooking after this brilliant win by the Bucks. Link is in the chat. Romero was good. Chessbox09 was good. Reverend Sam the Happiness Man. I like that name, bro. Salute. Mark Walton, I see you. The homie Pat.
All is well, thank you.
Let's go.
Wish I would have got more sleep.
You good, Pat?
That's my own fault, though.
Hold on 1 second, Pat. All right, there we go.
It is. It is Friday.
Are we back? Are we back?
No, we won't know if we're back until tomorrow. Let's not take us out of
this isn't real. But I will say this about the East Coast, the Eastern Conference right now. Everyone other than Boston and the Cavs are all under 500. You could very easily get back to the third seed pretty quickly.
Facts.
So do not worry about where we are right now, because everyone is struggling for some reason.
Right. Hey, the Knicks are struggling, even though nobody's talking about it.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the East right now. Everyone looks terrible.
Yeah, everyone does look terrible. Shout out to the homie Past Bleach Report boss. Appreciate you tapping in. Hey, a very controversial figure in the chat. Down in the bottom right, the homie Bronte.
That's amazing.
Was good, Bronte.
Shout out to New York.
What up? Hold on. We gonna get to you 1 second.
We're 5 minutes away from our pickup. So since we're pretty close, we're gonna go to drive mode. That's what we're gonna call this one, drive mode.
About starting on the Dragon Jr.
Correct.
I'm glad he did that because Trent has not been.
If you have any questions about Uber and Lyft and how I make $2,000 a week, ask away.
His shot has just not been falling at all for the most part.
Right.
Ask.
I think he got 8 minutes.
Ask.
Wait. At first I thought he just got DNP. Honestly, you should have DNP.
That's fast in the second half.
Yeah. He thought he got a DNP.
That's fast in the second half. That's why he played.
I didn't watch the first half. I was not able to watch.
If you're just joining us, no worries. We're just getting started.
So I only saw the good parts. I did not see. I saw the
Started at 3:30 a.m. Central Time. Headed to our first pickup, 4 a.m.
The first,
And then
$15, and then we got a back-to-back
the first
for
half,
$25.
I saw the thing. I decided to watch back a little bit of it, up to see just the first quarter. Noticed some problems, mainly just our rotation.
Have you? No, I've not been. I've been to more countries than states, but I have not yet been to New York.
Also stupid.
Brooke sagging the paint makes sense in this case only because of who they're playing with, mainly Walker Kessler and Larry Martin. So that's a
Welcome to Milwaukee, guys.
That's a strong front court there, especially with Walker Kessler.
See it a lot.
Same player.
Right.
I don't, he's just a worse shooter.
You'll see that a lot.
So that I understand. So them going out for going back into the paint and just leaving players open up for
It's crazy. It's crazy.
At this point, I don't know if is it ingrained into is this what Buckner is like telling to do?
Yeah, maybe.
Start going to
Maybe I'll come. Maybe.
What is
See, it's winter time. It's almost winter time, so I don't think there's a reason for me to go to New York. I already live in somewhere cold.
I can't with this defense. Like,
Maybe it seems to work for one player and one player only, and it's only working for Andre Jackson.
yeah, agreed. But another problem is too when Dame is out there with Brook, they're putting Brook and Dame in action, and Brook can't move, then Dame can't fight over the screen, he get killed. They keep looking for Brook to put into action. Usually they look for Dame to bring Dame man off to run into Brook because Brook can't move. That is a problem. Brook just can't move. He can't shoot anymore. He can't move anymore. We got to get him off of here. Go ahead, Pat.
The young guys all showed up, all three of them. I'm including Rollins in this.
Okay. Yeah.
I enjoyed his minutes.
He's solid, but he's been solid since Summer League.
What I've been noticing is a lot of these young guys, not just for us, but for a lot of teams, that people were throwing out, that people didn't expect them to be good, have been showing out a lot. Scottie Pippen Jr. is a good example of this too. I remember what he said when we went against him and against Memphis was like, the coach that when they had one of the coaches that said I couldn't play. He's talking about Darvin Ham.
Hey, somebody got music or something in the background? Or TV?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right, appreciate you. Go ahead, man.
Although I don't know you, though. Are you a Uber driver there?
So I'm thinking, yeah, also...
I don't think I really need a tour guide in a state. If anything, I'll need a tour guide in another country.
Yeah, so get a DMP. I'm just saying, if they are looking for trade market right now, there are 5 people you can very easily trade. You should definitely be looking to trade.
Who?
Well, the two obvious ones are Pat and Bob.
All right, we're less than a minute.
Look, congrats for your pity Bobby chance that you got because you got hit in the face. Good for you. You did
It
not
wasn't
deserve
even
it.
a normal Bobby chance. I think a lot of the fan base is getting frustrated with Bobby. It's not the same energy for Bobby like it was for us. I'm gonna tell y'all that for real.
Yeah, it sounded quiet, and people weren't even going at the same time. It was like out of sync. I would hear Bobby, and I would hear like another side section saying Bobby. It wasn't at the same time. So yeah, to me, if my performer is saying that to you, that's a bad sign.
That's a bad sign, right?
Because we are not always at the game, and we are always saying this. The people who are at the games are different from what we're saying.
Right.
If you're saying the same thing that we're saying, it might be over for you over here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think he do need to get shot. So let's go with the Bleach Report boss.
We are audio and
Go
video
ahead, Bleach
recording
Report
this
boss.
ride for your
And I got
safety.
some questions for y'all.
Finally a win. Finally a win. Like, it's been a long time. Man, it's been a long time. But first of all, you guys finally to change your ways and making this swap, because we need a spark. And AJ Green, Ajax, man, they've been playing great basketball. On the ball, best player, can move with pace. Not perfect, not perfect, but it was so much energy from them. And like you said, like your point, Amber, they're trying to shoot threes off the rip.
Yeah.
The other teams trying to get shots off the rip. But this time, what happened was the Bucks tired them out. They just was on them so much trying to get that open shot, they just tired them out because they couldn't really shoot that much anymore after that point in the second half. But yeah, like you said before, Brooks being Brooke, only like 1 point, shooting threes. We shouldn't be shooting those damn threes. Just shots our ass. That's all I gotta say. He just ass.
Brooke is terrible. And like I said, Doc has to realize too, you can't.
New message from Samantha. Okay, be right. I'll have to grab my headphones from my car.
It's terrible. The Three Stooges, when the Three Stooges get in the game, you immediately know what is about to go left.
Very strange. It's very strange that, I'm driving 20 minutes
You know what wanted to play the game?
and you're still not ready.
But it was really cool to see Rollins got in the game, and Rollins already stopped.
She black.
He just throw the ball. I'm like, it's all I've been asking for the Bucks. Play the young guys. See the young guys got. Now see how easy.
And did you know that they were staying in front of people?
Bro, you're being weird.
The young guys were staying in front of people. They weren't always.
You're being weird. It's very strange.
Because he's your best friend and you're
being very strange.
It was crazy, man.
You're not even an Uber driver. Why were you even talking about that stuff?
You saw him on the bench.
They have the energy, though. It's on the bench. Doc has to figure this out, bro. We have enough players. Doc has to figure this out. He got to get the rotation together. Like I said, you form Voltron on the bench with all these self-proclaimed great coaches. How are y'all not seeing? Oh, we need speed. We need people that can move. We need people that can actually windmill. We need some athleticism out there. And y'all still go ahead and play Pat Connaughton extensive minutes. And Brooke. I would rather have Tyler Smith out there than Brooke. Brooke is not giving us anything. This is why I wanted that mark gone too. Like, dude, as much as Bobby does offensively, he hurts you defensively. Bobby does not even pay attention on defense. He's not even looking for who he's supposed to hold. He's just around. He's just hanging around. Bobby just hangs around, bro. Like, Bobby, and then Pat Connaughton can do nothing right. Oh, and Bobby's layup package is absolutely atrocious. Bobby P is like 50-50 on a layup. When he dunked the basketball, I was so surprised and elated. Like, okay, he can still dunk at least. But the layup package is awful. Awful layup package. How are you 6'10" and can't lay it up is insanity. But the person that has to go the most on this roster out of everybody, really, or just get put away somewhere is Pat. Pat is a problem. The reason I'm saying Pat more than Brooke and Bobby P, because at least Brooke a block a shot. Bobby P can at least score. Pat literally can do nothing. Pat can't do anything.
You can buy houses.
Yeah, that's it. My man,
Oh,
go ahead.
man.
Bleach report, boss. We'll go to the homie Project.
All right,
Go ahead, Bleach.
just one more thing, Project. You know,
Project,
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
one more thing. I just overall the Bucks were more active on defense. They like 12 steals.
Yeah,
It was all
exactly.
even the Dame had a couple of steals. It was in the passing lane. They just made sure they was on their guy in front of them and making sure they didn't let them get those threes. Because it was like I was watching the Jazz was true everything they could get wide open shot. They just kept shooting threes. And we're gonna have to deal with this for the rest of the year because they really think about it. They can't even come in the lane.
Right.
In the lane threes. They don't want to get blocked by four. So you know what? We're gonna shoot threes now. That's all they're gonna do. But they got to find a way to get in front of these guys and just make them shoot when they want to shoot. And that's all they got to do. So that's what I
Morning.
And then I'm gonna I just want to end on that before we go to Prate and just say the problem on the defensive end is the rotation too. It's like when somebody gets picked off, they don't know what they're supposed to do. There's a lot of ineptness on defense on this team. But I will say this: when you have Andre Jackson Jr. out there, he's fighting on defense. AJ Green fighting on defense. Torian Prince, they're fighting on defense. So we do have some people that are at least trying on defense. The problem is they're not getting enough minutes.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
Are absolutely reckless on defense, and that's Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton, and Brooke Lopez, aka the Three Stooges, until further notice. It's just that they're hurting the team defensively a lot. They I saw shout out to Mr. Cool during the game. We was in the chat. I don't know Prate if he was in there yet. When he was putting the plus minuses up of all the players, and like Bobby, Pat, and Brooke, when they came to the game, it was like negative 15 apiece. And then we had that 9-point lead, then we was down by 9 when they was in there. We have to limit their minutes, or we have to kind of organize when they're going to be in the game, because they can't be in the game together. They can't. 2 out of 3 a team can withstand. When the Holy Trinity is together, it ain't nothing good will ever happen for the team. They can't be on the floor together. Go ahead, Prate. How you feeling about everything, bro?
Man, good job, Bucks. You know, it looked like a really a team that got something, figured something out. I guess they figured out what we all been knowing for 2 years, which is the Bucks need to get younger and more athletic.
Yeah.
I mean, the speed of the game was passing them by, and that's all it was to it. And these younger players are starting to arrive, and they play fast. They run up and down the court, and you got to stay in front of them. I mean, Ajax, you know, his improvement on his defense without fouling will help the team. Because when you put him next to Dame, then you only got Dame to attack. You see what I'm saying? You don't have 2 players you can attack in the backcourt. You have 1 player you can attack because Ajax can defend.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And he can limit some of your drives or make them tough. And then he's bigger. Dame's a small guard. Ajax is what? 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah. He's somewhere there, but he can at least move and jump. That's the key.
But he's like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, somewhere there, yeah.
So he's tall. The Bucks will become really a big team once he's in the game, right? So that limits it. So now you're not just shooting over the top of the guards and abusing them and running to the paint because they playing so. All right. So that helped. For the first half, you know, they were getting scored on, but they were not getting easy buckets. You see what I'm saying? It was still contested. It was still like physicality out there on the perimeter. Right. You know, that physicality over the course of the game wears you down. And that's what you saw. The physicality wore it down, and then the third quarter, they only scored 16 points.
True.
So, you know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, the identity of the team has to be established on the defensive end. If you're a defensive coach, you have to come up with a defensive team. You got to get an identity, and you got players that's going to damn near give you 30 points a game every game. Every game. That's a luxury that most teams don't have.
Talk to him. Thank you, Prate.
They don't have it. So what I've been saying is, the only reason why I go after Dame is so many people go after Giannis. But Dame has been playing good this year. So has Giannis. it's not them too. It's the role players. But the role players, you can't blame the role players. It's really the coaches not putting them in proper roles.
Thank you. That
Roles.
is key.
It's the coaches' lack of organization on this team that's been hurting this team. Recognize
So then, say, just to interject briefly, I don't think this is a complete personnel problem. People want to blame the personnel. I think it's more so on the coach than personnel.
You got to give your role players the role. They got to go in there and know what they're supposed to do. You know, and then if they're not doing, you got to pull them out the game. You can't just leave them in there and let them wonder. And that's what wasn't happening. You was just leaving players in there with expectations, but they didn't even know what their expectations were. You know what I mean? They didn't know, or they didn't agree to their expectations. Whatever the case is, you're the coach. That's the tone you're supposed to set, especially with your role players. You know, you can't. I mean, Damien, y'all, what you gonna do with them? You can't tell them what.
Your audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
You know what I mean? You're not gonna, because you need them, and they have essentially more power than you. You know what I mean? So, but your role players, Pat Connaughton, the Bobby Portises, the Gary Trents, all of them, they're not guaranteed minutes. So if they're not giving you what you need to put somebody else in the game that will. It's just that simple. We saw AJ Green come in, do what he was supposed to do, humbly. You know, he knows his game. The good thing about AJ Green is he knows his game.
Fact.
He knows what he's out there to do, and he's gonna do it. You know, he's not going to do anything extra. He's not going to be calling for the ball. He's not, trying to play for a contract. He's going to play his role. He wants the minutes. You know, same thing with Ajax. He knows what he's supposed to do, and he's out there to do it. Those are the players you need around Giannis today. You need players that's trying to do too much and think that they're, I wouldn't say better than they are, but on this team trying to do more than they have to. You know, figure out your game and do what you're supposed to do. The good thing about Pat Bev last year is he knew what he was out there for.
Facts. He understood his role.
He understood his role. We had Gary Trent, who maybe he's injured, maybe he's been injured, but he's been slumping. And you got to get him out of the game because you need somebody to either defend next game or knock down a whole bunch of threes. And he was doing neither. He was hurting the team on offense and defense, and you saw that. And so we did a good job, but the coaches had to figure it out. I think I read somewhere that, I don't know if it was true, real, but Giannis went and had a meeting with the coaches, and he snapped on Darvin Ham. So whatever Darvin Ham was doing, Giannis was not a fan of. I mean, they said he went in on Darvin Ham, and something happened because of it, because they changed something.
Fact.
And you can see the intensity from Giannis and the other players was different just in this game because they got tired of losing, and sometimes losing is the best cure to everything. Now those voices were amplified and had to be quiet because their way didn't work. You know, and they had to shut up and sit down and find their roles as a coach. We got 15 coaches on the bench.
Right.
We got 15 coaches on the bench. We got more coaches than players. So my thing is like, including Coach Middleton. So we have to figure out that our identity. Like, are we going to be a defensive team? Or are the players that play defense? Ajax plays defense. Put them in the game. Dame needs help on the perimeter. Dame is not a great defender. We already know that. So why not put a great defender next to him? Now, the thing about Ajax is he's a great defender with size.
Right.
So he gets athleticism, his speed. So now in the fast break, he becomes, he can get to the ball. He's not just standing there stuck in the middle. So, I mean, good win by the Bucks. We'll see how that translates moving forward. But at the end of the day, this is what they need. They need to shake up the lineup and find out what they really have.
No, I agree with you. So I got a question. We'll start with pass first and then go around. So what I noticed today, and y'all let me know if I'm tripping or not, I felt like Doc was taking people out of the game at the wrong time. Like when initially when AJ Green entered the game and he was cooking a little bit, he took him out to put in Pat C. It's like you already know what Pat C is going to do. Nothing. You already know this dude has a jumper. He can get going. Why would you take him out when he's warming up? It just didn't make sense to me. Also, I want to point out to Dame, I still don't think Dame is being aggressive enough. I feel at times in the game he just is passing think if Dame was really dialed in tonight, he could have had 45, 50 points tonight if he was really on it like that. It's cool to pass and do all that, but I think he had an opportunity if he would have been aggressive to really put a stamp on this game. And I'm not saying he didn't. I mean, he had 34, but there was a lot of opportunities where I think he left on the table for not being aggressive. I don't know why Dame goes through those walls sometimes where he just doesn't want to shoot and he just wants to pass. It's kind of crazy to me. And another observation I was telling y'all about was great. You see how better we are in transition to Andre Jackson Jr. Even if Dame can't play with pace, like I said, he just need one other person. Andre Jackson Jr. is the other person that can play with pace. If you notice on the fast breaks, it'll always be those two. Maybe Dame coming third, but it'll always be Andre Jackson Jr. and Giannis pushing the pace. I think we need that. And the up-tempo style helped the Bucks tonight. We got more points. We got fast break points finally. And a lot of that is from the Ajax. He's the ignition. He could be a fire starter out there. You're not going to see it in the stat book, but you're going to see it in the way he plays and affects the game. I'm not going to say he's Draymond Green, but he can affect the game in a similar way as Draymond Green, where he does all these intangibles and little things to help the team win that might not show up in the box score, but teammates and fans appreciate what Ajax brings to the table. And I think he should have a permanent spot in the rotation with heavy minutes. And we really got to find a way. I don't know if it's some contract situation or what, but we have to find a way to reduce Pat C's minutes. He can't be playing 17, 20 minutes a game. That's only hurting the team. It's only hurting the team. Like I said, I know that's your boy, Glenn, Doc Rivers. I know that's your boy, but your boy is Basura. Basura, bro. Like, really bad. Like, he's really, really bad. It is hard to watch Pat Connaughton out there. I don't think he would have an impact on the Shanghai Sharks. He might not even be that cold at the Y if I got the right people out there in my squad. We might be able to give him some work.
Alright.
And I'm dead serious. I wouldn't even be scared if Pat C was out there. When he's at the Y, I'm like, give me Pat. I'm on Pat. Now I know I can chill on defense.
I think the answer to your first question is like, of course, I mean, I think Dame he's playing a lot of minutes. So I think he's just conserving energy while he's on the court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he played 37 minutes tonight.
He played 37 minutes in this game. He's averaging a lot of minutes in the game. That's the need that we need to have. That means we need to have a quality backup point guard. You know what I mean? And that's just the facts. We need a better quality backup point guard. Maybe Rollins.
Yeah, I'm thinking Rollins might be the answer.
But it's up to the Bucks to give him the opportunity to do what he does.
It's either Rollins or you trade Milan.
Can you trade Milan right already, though, man?
Not yet, but you have an option. Let's see. If let's say you try Rollins more, and he's not working out, I still have this thing in my mind that hey, Fultz is still out there. It's the same thing. At least unlike the line, he's younger. He can't shoot either, but at least I know he can defend. And I know he knows how to pass. That's all we need him to do.
And then he can distribute, yeah.
Yeah, he can distribute. That's really all we need him to do. We don't need him to shoot.
No, we just need him to be out.
Yeah, and this is another thing I want to tell about space. Stop asking about spacing. Spacing doesn't get you anywhere anymore. Stop it. They keep doing this stupid thing about spacing. Oh, we have to play Brook this much. We have to play Trench. We have to.
That's how they say Brook right there with the spacing. Oh, Brook needs to be out there for spacing. No.
I never said that.
I disagree.
I never said that.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
Hold on 1 second. Let Pat finish the statement. Go ahead, Pat. You got people riled up. Go ahead, Pat.
I know exactly what you're gonna say about that. No. I know what you're gonna say about that. This is the reason why I hate the term. The problem is a lot of people who watch the NBA, they think spacing is only just shooters outside and that's it. That's the problem I have. Because it's more than just that.
Right.
You have spacing with Andre Jackson. It's just not the thing you see normally. That is spacing.
I mean, but the thing about Andre Jackson is he's hitting an occasional corner play.
Correct.
Like, when you play a better defensive team and you have bad spacing, it's gonna be hard to score.
No, that's for sure.
And that's the fact. I mean, you can't say spacing doesn't matter when the Celtics won basically because they play a 5 out. They space the court, they drive, and you
Have a good
gotta
day.
hurry up and recover. And when you recover, they kick out to a 3. So spacing does matter.
I don't have a
Absolutely
key
does.
to get out. That's the problem.
Unless you can find another way, unless you got some dollars.
And I do apologize. I need to head to my next
They can
reservation.
just go over the top
Yeah.
and just make you pay. But space is going
Because
to
it
matter.
already
They're
was
gonna-
407 when I
this team
picked you up.
test Andre Jackson. It's up to him to stay on the court, knock it down a couple threes. Because once they shrink the court, it's hard to score.
I think he can do that though. I think he's okay at the
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not advocating for him at all. I'm just saying.
How am I going to get out?
It's like
It's a gated community. Like, what?
if you can space the court,
We're not allowed in
you
there.
got some people who drive some lane like Dame and Giannis. They're going to score at will. You're going to create open
We are
plays
audio
at will.
and video recording this ride for
Here
your
comes
safety.
AJ Green with an open 3. You know what I mean? And
Well, that's what I get for my first ride. Not in the best area. I already knew it wasn't going to be a good ride. For me to drive 20 minutes to pick you up. It takes 20 minutes to come get you. You're still running late. We didn't leave until 4:07, guys. 4:07. And then you're like, oh, I wonder if you can go inside there so I can get closer to where I need to be. No, actually, it's a gated community. And the only way to get in is if I have a key card or another passcode. I wish you're well. I wish you're well. So headed to our next pickup here. We are 3 minutes away. And yeah, she's probably gonna give me a bad rating, but I don't care. I really don't care.
You were already the slowest person in the league, and somehow you're looking worse.
So Brooklyn guys, and the Bucks, we've been saying this for at least 2 years. Bucks need to get a big that can space the court and switch. There are bigs out here who can do that. You know, there's a big out here that can do that. You need to get one. You know, because you need to be
figure it out.
Brooke gave you, how many points did Brooke give you today? 2? 1 point. So no, it's not as hard. I think 1 point out of how many points you scored? 120 something?
123.
Yeah, exactly. So his offense is not a factor. It's just block shots. But at the end of the day, if you can switch, your defense becomes good too. And you can space the court. I mean, look at like I said, I can't say look at the Celtics. That's what they do.
They won without blocking shots. They don't even have to protect.
They just switch. They got some people that the bigs that can switch, and they don't play drop, and then they switch and they make it hard for you to score.
There's also a big difference between us and the Celtics. They have shooters who can actually shoot. We don't have that either. Our shooters, or most of shooters, really don't shoot. Other than one person.
I think the Celtics is not the shooters that can actually shoot. It's that they can drive. Like they got a handle package. So you space the court, they gonna get by that man. They try to get by his man.
Brown get by his man. Derek White get by his man. Yeah.
And then they can kick out for a 3. We don't have a lot of players that can do that. We don't have a lot of athleticism.
We got 3 people on this team that can comfortably dribble through their legs.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
Giannis.
That's the real reason.
When he come back, nobody. We can't. I mean, we got the most basic dribbling package on this team I've ever seen. Like, it's crazy. Go ahead, Project. Then we're going to go to Bleacher Report. Go ahead, Project.
I mean, I just think that, yeah, we just got to get, and that's why the switches was that. We were playing the old style. We got to upgrade our roster with youth and ball handling. And that's the bottom line. We got to be able to get past our man on a one-on-one. And you don't have to be a superstar to do that.
Right.
You know, you just got to have a first step and a little bit of handles. You know, to break down your man a little bit and make the defense have to collapse a little bit. We only got 2 players that can consistently do that. And that's the real problem with the Bucks. And that makes the threes that much harder. Because now instead of collapsing, they just stay home. You know what I mean? And make those threes not as open as they usually could be. So, I mean, if AJ Green doesn't
All right, so we're early,
have that,
so we'll just hang out here.
doesn't have that. You know, and that's going to be the problem moving forward. But AJ Johnson does. You know what I mean? but he's not ready. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Apparently, or he might be ready, but we will never see him. You know what I mean? Because of that. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Like we have to start. Our ideology around basketball has to shift a little bit, and I think the Bucks' ideology around basketball is falling behind, and that's the
I
real
agree.
reason why we're losing. So you have to have players. You got to use your young players because they have speed. They probably going to have a little bit of handles. You got to use your young players because they have speed. They probably going to have a little bit of handles. I can't swim. You know, and Bobby Portis don't have no handles. So if he can't catch it, see what he gonna do? You see what I'm saying? What he gonna do?
Facts.
Get
He gonna
mad.
go post up from the
You're
3-point line.
right.
He gonna post up from the 3-point line. That ain't working. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? I mean we just gotta, get somebody that can break down the defense a little better. And it unlock our offense, and then Doc gotta understand the value of young players. All right, Bleacher.
Go ahead, Blue.
You good, bro? All right. This you're right. The spacing thing. Like I feel like now every team that plays the Bucks do the forward from Boston. They're just gonna shoot threes on them. They don't change their approach. They're gonna shoot threes on them. They don't want to do anything different, and that's the thing that the Bucks got used to right now. They gotta take away that weakness and take it to a positive and make them shoot. Want to shoot? They gotta do that. They did this game. They got in their faces. They ain't allowed the shots. And every time you see a little bit swerve, the little close to that, Doc was yelling at him like, "Dog, get on them, get in their face."
Did you see what Patricia just said? That Doc talked to him at halftime saying that they need to address the open threes. That's why it was a lot better in the second half. So at least he's acknowledging that. So salute to Doc for that. But go ahead,
Players
Blue.
that are gonna feel.
Well, go ahead.
What do you say, bro?
I said when he was talking to the players and the coaches or both. That's the defensive scheme, though. That's the scheme that Butler is trying to say. We don't.
Just gonna back up a little bit, just in case there's any pilots here.
Bucks were getting killed in the paint last year.
Pilot or stewardess.
It's not a good.
Stewartees.
Was not good in this NBA. Not in this NBA, but they
Right.
50 game. It just doesn't make sense. So, I just think that the coaches need to adjust to the new NBA. Stop trying to force an old brand of basketball in the new NBA. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, they 480p, and it's, you know what I'm saying? It's 2160p now. Y'all gotta catch up. Like, what's going on? They still thinking of standard definition.
This is the simple thing about it.
What's wrong with y'all?
This is the simple thing about it. The league as a whole is shooting averagely around 37% from three.
That's crazy.
That's considered average nowadays. If you're considered 40%, you're considered okay, good. That's it. You're not considered elite. 40% used to be elite back in the day.
Right.
That's considered good now.
It's boggling my mind that you just said that because.
If you have any questions about Uber and Lyft and how I make $2,000 a week, let me know. Leave a comment in the chat.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, how does teams shoot that much and they're like, it's like that high in there?
But it's
4:30
right now.
Because every single time
There's reservations for 4:35, so they should be out here any minute.
Dave, to get there, teams will start using the same formula.
It's just like football too. It's the same thing with football. It's the same thing. When the offensive system comes out and they dominate the league for a couple of years, and then the defense has to adjust. The problem with the Bucks is they went backwards. It's been trending, and the Bucks started to do something else. Like how is that going to fit in today's NBA? That doesn't fit in today's NBA. You have to get open threes, and you have to defend the three-point line. And that's the bottom line. That's it. You got to do a better job. You got to make it hard for them. That's why teams are not as big as they used to be. They're a little more athletic, because of that. You know what I mean? So ain't no way that we can go backwards and think we're going to reinvent the wheel. If we haven't, it doesn't really work that way. So I think that as the coaches, we got some good coaches sitting on the sidelines.
Agreed.
Some of his backups might be better than him. And let's be honest about that. So at the end of the day, they need to amplify their voice and come up with better schemes for the defense, because if we're going to be a defensive team, we have to play better defense. We gotta be able to make adjustments at halftime to what the teams are doing and shut them down, kind of like we did in this game.
This is the problem with that.
Huh?
There's one problem with that. I don't trust Doc to do that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not Doc. It is Doc. He has to be like, he has to make adjustments. He can't be like Mike McCarthy. You know what I mean? Run the same pace for here, and then black defenders running the routes for the receivers. Look at the Dallas Cowboys now. They know exactly what play they for. And that's what he did with
about to
Barkley.
lose no job.
So he
about to lose no job.
Yeah, because his stick runs out after a while because he's not creative. He stops learning. And I think Doc has to continue to learn the new NBA and stop trying to go back to 2000.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Anything.
Right.
So,
Back.
Yeah, you're right. It boggles my mind thinking about it because, you know, I know Doc, it took him this long for him to finally change the lineup. And now he sees the lineup now, he's like, okay, I need to, you know, probably adjust more. And I'm happy that he finally changed his way because, like you said, past, everything is, all the defense conference down. Because I looked at the schedule, I looked at everything, like, wait a minute. Because I said yesterday live, I'm like, the Bucks been like 10 games behind. They're like right there. They win a couple of games. And we're right there. But it's got to start playing better basketball. And now we finally got that bringing up our back. Now we're going to start. This will be a 5-game stretch right now. They're going to play like every day.
You know,
Okay.
go ahead. I just want to think if Dame is not Dame, but Doc can be consistent. You see what I'm saying? And not go back to his old habit. Like, the old habit is playing your old players just because they better. You see what I'm saying? It's a bad habit. That's what's been happening since he came to the Bucks. He's been picking the oldest players he liked the most, and they're usually the older ones. And he's been putting them in the game.
No, it's a start, dude.
Like he owns them.
Really?
Right.
He doesn't own anything. Like they're like 2 steps out. How many games have you had to endure from Jay Crowder last year, knowing that he did not have it? He should have been benched as soon as you came.
Did you enjoy your stay?
Yes, I love the Fister.
Good.
And all the defenders have been fine with that. But he said, "Oh, I owe you for better. I'm gonna play." No, you don't. So
I said yesterday live, I said that they got first.
I bet you must have been busy when the Republican convention was here.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
I said they got hurt somebody's feelings. They got, look, we're going to put you on the bench. We're going to start these guys. Guys smart. Works out. I'm sorry, but we got this game. We can't wait no much longer.
I just think that the Bucks got role players got too much sense.
Definitely a lot of events that come down here in the summertime.
Even the NBA role players have this much say in entitlement.
It's a
They
good
have
city.
entitlement on the Bucks.
I agree.
There's an entitled role
Are you
player
born and raised here?
This doesn't make sense, especially when you have 2 great players like Dame and Giannis. Like, you better produce around Dame and Giannis. You need to sit on the bench. Because they had won almost 30 points a game. Like, just let you be on a Shaq and Kobe team and you playing like trash. Shaq and Kobe gonna be like, sit there, boy, on the bench, you gotta go. They're gonna embarrass you every day. So, I mean,
Kobe was definitely embarrassing with you guys, but he'll make you on the bench real fast.
that type of energy because their coaches ain't giving them type of energy.
We don't have an asshole. That's why we don't have assholes on this team. Giannis and Dame are 2 nice good players. They're not people like step on toes. It's not even dog things. It's just being an asshole. We don't have that. Like the Jordan's a terrible person.
I mean, come on, like,
He's a terrible person, but he has 6 rings.
he does that quite a bit.
He's a multi-millionaire. He can't get better clothes.
Yeah, he can't get no. How he gonna get better clothes? He can't even get a good trainer to keep him in shape and to keep him up in reserve. So he got a lot of problems. A lot of problems.
He gets paid $30 million a year. Property taxes aren't that high. You were in the Midwest. The market's pretty good over there compared to where the rest of the country are.
I'm gonna say my property taxes is high. I'm gonna say that.
You're right. You should understand this. I'm comparing to
Okay, that's you're right. I apologize. My boy got a crib in Jersey. He said the numbers to me just sounded insane. It was like the salary for like, you know what I'm saying? Feel like a man. Like freaking.
Guess how much my mortgage is right now? Guess how much? 1,300 for my mortgage.
But it is what it is.
I am getting from
But how we gonna round up right now? Y'all think this big gonna give us some momentum? Because we play the Knicks tomorrow. Hey y'all, we running it back tomorrow, so we'll go live after the Knicks game tomorrow, so we should be on a 2-game winning streak. Because I think the Knicks are mid. So I'm excited. I think this should give us some momentum, right? Positive vibes. Getting into it, AJ Green to have 2 good shooting games. Ajax showing his value. Torian Prince has been solid. We got some things working in our favor. Dame and Giannis, I saw some 2-man games working. But hey, yo, the screens that these dudes set or we think they're screens are pathetic. The screens on this team are pathetic. Bobby P, Giannis, they do not screen good. They do not screen good. And for shooters like Dame, they need a good screen to get that half step to be able to get a clean look. We got to figure out some of the. We got to pay attention to detail. We need to fine tune this team. But I will say this today: what I was most impressed by was the lack of turnovers on this team. 10 turnovers for the whole game. It was games where Giannis had 8 apiece. For the whole team to have 10 turnovers is very impressive. That's a step in the right direction. It's a positive flow, in my opinion.
We do have to take the brand of what we did play on the 16.
True.
You know, that they're 1-6 for a reason.
Yeah, because they're trying to tank very hard. That's
Right.
My point. So my thing is like we have to. The Bucks have to have an identity. When they find their identity, when they believe in it, then we'll see some wins straight together. You know, we were close to beating the Cavaliers. I know that's
Right. Right. Both times they will.
we're not far off because of Dame and Giannis. And we have to, and that's Dame's play this year. We have to start figuring out our rotations. We got to become more organized on defense and offense, and we have to get some wins while we do that. We can't do that. That's valid. We got to get wins while we do that. You know what I mean? We can't be losing 5 games in a row trying to figure out our organization. They're in the 8th seed in the playoff playing. Doing that. So we got to start figuring. Then we got to make another adjustment if Middleton ever comes back.
We got opportunity. We got an opportunity right now to get back into this. So those 6 games losing was bad, but it's like the whole East is not even good. You know?
It's easy to get up. It's not something like they don't have a problem getting up. You're not gonna get first. You're not gonna get number 1. I don't think we should consider that. Once you get there early, like that's very hard.
I really think
This high up.
I think Cavaliers are
It's not American.
Are you checking in anything?
No.
Okay. And I'll just drop you off
Yeah.
if it's available by Southwest.
Well,
That way you can just walk right up the escalator.
So that's the one thing.
I should have said I'm flying American. Instead of just I'm American.
No, I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Their issue's always been the playoffs.
But yeah, the escalator's right there, so.
Okay, good. Perfect. Thank you so much.
For regular
Thank you.
season, I'd rather season go like that. They're not a very deep. It's a really good player. Don't worry about what they're going to. It's only D minutes. So we have to worry about it. probably just his car.
Jack's developers. You know, if you can't develop a reputation for being a defender, guess what? The refs don't call us pretty foul. You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, he's a defender, that's what he does. And then he might foul and get away with something. That's, you know, and that's
Just escaping the
havoc.
havoc.
Then we might have something. But he still has to be. Ajax has to make a layup every now and then.
I'm glad you brought that up. This is something I've noticed a lot. Hand checking still exists in this league. You just have to be a good defender to do it.
All right, so just played our second ride. We're at $41.66 on Uber right now. I do have Lyft open and on. I've had it on for the past 5 minutes. So we're actually gonna head back home in that area. And the reason why is because I didn't eat breakfast yet, so I'm gonna have breakfast promptly, if possible. Let's see if we have any reservations. So our next reservation's at 7:05. So we got a few hours still. And I think heading towards home, regardless, would be a good option right now. So we're about 20 minutes out. So if you guys have any questions, I'm here to answer them. If you haven't already liked, from when I'm live. If you want to give me support, buy me a coffee, buymeacoffee.com. It's midnight, your Uber driver. What's the lowest ride offer you'll do? $7, but the problem is on Uber I'm not able to see the exact upfront details currently, just because my acceptance and decline rate. My acceptance rate's low and my decline rate's a little high. And I hate that Uber plays those games. But on Lyft, if I were able to see both, I wouldn't accept anything lower than $7. So I definitely favor Lyft more than Uber because I'm able to see the upfront details. But from what I'm told, we do get paid more for not seeing that type of feature. I don't know why that is, if that's true or not, but it is what it is. But to everyone watching, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. It is 5 a.m. We are at $50. So no rides right now, no reservations. Just headed back to my area to have breakfast probably. And I usually do 3 shots of espresso and then a smoothie. So 2 cups of fruit, whether it's strawberries and blueberries, a tablespoon of honey, a tablespoon of peanut butter, and then my liver pill, ashwagandha, and I think that's it. What does everyone have for breakfast? Or do you even eat breakfast?
Financially, I mean, he hurt us in so many ways. Financially, on offense, on defense. I don't know what he's helping at besides the community.
I think that the coaches, I mean, in the gym, they never asked that what is his vision for this team. Like, what do you see this team being and build around that? Because I'm not sure that Doc even knows besides Damian Giannis. You know, take Damian Giannis. What is your vision for this team, and how do you expect them to play? You know what I mean? Because I don't. And once we get to that,
One second. Hold on 1 second. Mr. Cool and JR, hey, what we're saying is that's part of the problem. That's the nostalgia. That's the problem. Oh, he played for so-and-so 7 years, this and that. The personal relationship should not affect winning the basketball game, and that's the problem. Why would you trust Pat Connaughton? What has he done in the last 2 years of game trip? His average has gone down every year since 2021, 22.
if that's the case,
9.9, 7.6, 5.6, 4.3, out the door. It's constantly going down. Why are you trusting someone that's not producing and hasn't produced in years? In years. Y'all telling me y'all would rather have Ajax in the game than
I do
Pat
12-hour.
You would rather
I'm actively online 12 hours. No, that doesn't mean I'm driving for 12 hours straight. And then it could vary. It could be 10 rides, it could be 20 rides, it could be 30 rides. It doesn't really matter. But what matters is I stay online for 12 hours. I do the 12 hours. And I make anywhere between 270 at the lowest. Like that's a really bad day. Like really slow day. Or I make up to $400.
34.5. And this year he's shooting 30%. He's shooting, I think, if you look at Giannis, I'm pretty sure Giannis likes that. That's not bad.
They saying in the chat, Mr. Cool said Giannis and Dame want Pat to play.
I don't care.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Nice, $14 ride coming in.
They'll look better.
Pick it up, John. Turn off the Uber app. We are 7 minutes away.
That's just the facts in the NBA. He will be a prominent figure in the Shanghai Sharks. Like he might get best on the Shanghai Sharks. He need to go play for Ice Cube basketball game. He needs to go play the 3-on-3 basketball. Let's stop the Giannis and Dame. Man, that's what I'm saying. What is your vision for a basketball team? It's you gotta keep Pat Connaughton. That makes no sense. That means you don't have a vision. If Pat Connaughton's a part of the vision, you got the wrong vision. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. What is he giving you? But that he can be cheerleading on the sidelines next to Coach Middleton.
So I do our third ride. I think it was, I can't remember, $12 or $14.
Right. Or at least he does what he's supposed to do. And then some. Right.
This will put us at a little bit over $50.
Like, that's all I want Middleton to have content help. And
55.
Have Middleton roll on the bench. You know what I mean? If we can do that, we'll be
It's a good start.
You know what I mean? I don't understand that those two players are the most frustrating players on the bench. Right. One, you want to play.
If we can make $100, we start before 7 a.m., we'll be doing good work.
Middleton, you're like, can you please play? Can you please figure out how to get on the court? And back like, can you please not go on the court? Sub yourself out of the game. Get out of the game. Fake an injury. Do something. Help the team out. Help us. Help the coaches out. Say, you know, I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to sit out for 5 games. You know, let somebody else play. Do us a favor for the team. Pat Connaughton's not great.
It's funny too.
You don't get paid anyway.
This man gets hit in the face so many times. How do you not have a broken or anything?
Right.
Bro,
Like,
for any of injury at this point.
Hey, 78, I'm gonna tap you in a minute, bro. Just give me a second. I'm gonna tap you in
let's be
78.
honest, it doesn't do enough to get injured. So it doesn't matter. He's never gonna get injured because he does nothing to get injured. He'll get hit in the face. Like, you know, he doesn't do nothing. We can't get rid of Pat to save our life.
Right.
I mean,
No way y'all defending dog. You're defending Pat in the chat, man. I did not just see someone say Pat is to get ball movement and all things. That's what you want him to do? Just ball movements?
I mean, just think about the roles they give Pat Conte. They have Pat Conte running the
Big bro.
Like, what are we doing? Like, who thinks he's a point guard? Who thinks he's a point guard?
Absolutely. But hey, yo, I gotta tap in some more people. I'm gonna tap in here 78 here in a minute. Let's do a quick round robin, and then I'm gonna tap you in here 78. Give me 1 second, bro. Let's start with Paz, and then we'll end with Pronte. Go ahead, Paz.
Ball movement, man. Ball movement. I'm still upset about that. But forget about that. This team needs to shoot more threes. They also need to, simple thing, they need to shoot more threes and their defensive rotation is better. It's really all that needs to be done.
We're 3 minutes away from our next pickup here.
Everything else looks fine. The David Giannis thing is not the issue. It has never been the issue this whole year so far. It's literally everyone else. You get better bench players and better bench production, this team will be fine.
Facts.
Also, please trade Bobby. Get him off this team. He's run his course. It's been 3 years.
Hilarious. Appreciate you. Hey, shout out to New Jersey. Shout out to the homie Pat. Move the mic over to the homie right down there. Blitz Report boss, the VP. Go ahead, bro.
And I still like. I'm happy that the Bucks have finally figured it out and they're playing great basketball. Once I saw Ajax, who was going to start, I'm like, finally, let's get something going. Let's get some ball movement and actually hearing that Giannis went off on when the coach was like, finally, you got to be that asshole. You got to.
Right.
You got to do something to make this team play better. But tonight they was on it. Cause I saw TV. They was like, Giannis like, tonight, man, you ain't playing no more. And they played good tonight. So you gonna play tomorrow. Let's get ready for tomorrow. But the Bucks, let's get just one game at a time. But throw the bit of Pat. Oh my God, the bit of Pat's pretty crazy to me. And I still remember what you said about Giannis. So I'm still on your mailman. You know what I said? I'm going up, man. You worry about the run. Don't be talking about my boy on the
Right. Stay out of Midwest business.
What is this about? I was there last night.
Let me explain to you in class. Shannon Sharp said that he's going to get in on Giannis because he said that he didn't want to make a super team. But think about it. Me and him talked already. He said that he bought a bunch of sports already. And then the other guys on this sport, that whatever his name is.
We just accepted a $50 ride. It's at 6 a.m. Central Time, so we got to be prompt about this pickup here. That way we can start heading, because it's pretty far out. It's about a 30-minute drive, so we got to be quick.
Because Giannis wants the team better. Like, get out of here. He didn't ask for getting traded. He didn't ask for getting traded at all. He asked
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
So let's hope this rider is ready.
We're telling him, like, you need to be quiet because your homeboy, been doing all this stuff all these years. So we tell him, like, you need to chill out with that, man. Chill out. The Bucks we want this team to win a championship, but it's just like the media. The media don't want him here. We know that.
It's simple as this. It's ESPN. It's big. It's just the media market. That's just how it is. They don't like small market teams. If Giannis, they've been trying to get him into in a bigger market since 2017. This thing where he's gonna get traded has been going on for how long, and he's still here.
Right.
We
Morning.
playing Giannis for, but Giannis is trolling. Giannis
Real
knows he's
quick.
not.
Yeah, of course.
No, don't even worry about it. I got that in a minute. Don't don't worry about it. No, I want y'all to finish. Then I'm gonna tap in. I see that in there. Don't even worry about it. I'm a style on his finish. Don't worry about it. All right, shout out to Pass and Jersey. All right, Pass.
Man, at the end of the day, the Bucks
Appreciate you, bro.
Bucks got to develop an identity this year. You know what I mean? Start doing that, and they know how they gonna play basketball. You're gonna see a better Bucks team. You know, and I think that this game was a step in that direction with the changes and how they played defense, and they were physical. And but no. Let's be Mr. Cool. Giannis didn't. Pat didn't have a bad game. Pat didn't have a bad 3 years.
Thank you.
We didn't expect nothing from Pat. We don't expect nothing from Pat.
I thought about Pat for a reason.
Right, shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. Well, hold on. I know 78, you want to cook real quick, bro. Shout out to the General, the LDVC. Hey, 78 Sports TV got a little bit of everything. So salute to you, bro. What's going on, fam?
Salute, fam. Can you hear me? Hey, shout out to y'all good brothers, man. And I think it was, bro. I set my show for tomorrow. I was about to go to sleep and I seen you live. I said, I gotta come tap in.
Yeah, appreciate you.
And then I seen this Buster named Brooklyn Knicks friend in the chat. Let me say something. You know what Milwaukee Bucks fans ain't doing? We ain't in no Knicks channel. We ain't in no Bro, we don't care what y'all doing. We don't care what y'all doing, bro. Y'all make this pizza. That's it, bro. Like, forget about it, bro. I used to live out there. I ain't got nothing covered. Y'all come and blame on how to get girls and stuff. Y'all come holler at me. Knicks fans, don't even listen. Y'all trying to get Giannis. Y'all trying to get our players. Y'all big Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is on TV embarrassing himself, making up fake stories about Giannis going to lead Bucks. And please come to the Knicks. Shut up, Stephen A. Smith. Fix your hairline, bro. How about that?
He need to make a beeline for Turkey. It's 10 racks, bro. Make a beeline to Turkey. It's 10 racks.
For real. Now, and as for the Bucks, man, I was a little nervous at the start of the game. I started watching the game. I missed like the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I started watching, and I'm like, man, why is they competing with us, man? Why is we competing?
Why are they competing?
You know what I'm saying? Why are we competing with us? You know what I'm saying? Why are we competing with these scrubs, man? And we at home too, right? Then I started noticing we playing a little better, and I'm like, Gary Trent Jr. ain't on the floor. And this is great. This is great news. And Doc figured it out. Doc started Andre Jackson. He started Action Jackson. And then he got William H. Bonney, a.k.a. Billy the Kid, a.k.a. Young Pistol, started A.J. Green out. Hey, A.J. Green out there balling. He ain't playing no games with these suckers, man. And this is what you got to do. You got to play the young boys, man. I was glad Doc finally went to the bench, played our young talent. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I know y'all got investments in Gary Trent Jr. and all that stuff. Fine. But if it ain't working, it ain't working, bro.
It ain't working. That's all I'm
It
saying.
ain't working. That's all. Just it's okay to be wrong. So you play what we got. And I want to apologize to you. Last time I was on here, I kind of spazzed out when Dame looked for no reason. And Dame, I apologize, Dame. You didn't really deserve what I did to you because you've been balling for it, bro. And you know, you had one bad game. You know, I get like that sometimes. I'm emotional. I love my Bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't mean no disrespect to you, no man. Appreciate you. And that's all. You know, all I'm gonna say, man.
Hey, let's try to connect this weekend, bro.
Yeah, let's do something, bro. Let's do something, man.
Yeah, let's try to connect this weekend.
All right, good gift for y'all, man. I'll holler at y'all later on.
All right, Sammy, I'll hit you up, all right? Okay. All right, brother. All right. Hold on 1 second. Hey, pop back in, Project. That was an accident. Okay, tap back in. I'll put the link up in here. So we can do this minute round robin, then I'm gonna get to the comment section before I get up out of here. But go ahead, Blitz Report, Boston, your final words too, bro.
Yeah, like I said, it's like this game was a good get right game for the Bucks. They actually played more defense. They, Doc had he had to put stuff out. And hearing Giannis going off on the coaches finally is, he's not doing that to yell them to berate him. He's saying, "Look, we're trying to win." And like, we got to look. So I was happy that hearing that he did that, but this team got to continue to do that. They can't just, keep doing stuff and not. If this boy, if this experience something.
Hold on 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Hold on.
Seriously, go ahead on, man. Go get it, man. Go get it.
Sir, Brooklyn Knicks fan, I'm gonna have to smile on you for a minute, sir. You have the audacity and gall to come in the Bucks chat talking crazy, sir. When your team and organization hasn't won anything, and you know what? The last time y'all won a championship, it was black and white TVs. The last time y'all won a championship, the towers were still up. Frank Lucas was still on the street selling heroin. And you got the audacity and gall to come and tell us we suck? Yo, we won a championship 3 years ago. When is the last time y'all won anything? When y'all come in and try to troll, you better have your stuff together because I'ma work you. The Knicks are the last team on the planet to be talking about anybody sucks. Y'all on the same level as the Cowboys. Y'all just like to talk, and then when it's time to put up, nothing. Tell me about the Knicks, bro. Tell me when the last time the Knicks won or did anything. The last time y'all was even in the championship, 24 years ago, Springwell was still in the league. Springwells was still on guard. It wasn't even Forgiatos yet. Forgiatos isn't even out yet. Hey, man, if you don't knock it off, bro, with this bullshit you got going on in this chat, the Knicks, y'all suck this year. Y'all ain't even doing nothing this year after all the money y'all spent. And you got the audacity to come here and tell us we suck? Your deposit is rejected, sir. Your deposit is rejected, sir. Your team hasn't even been in the championship in this millennium. You haven't won anything in a whole millennium. And you in here talking? When is the last time y'all really made a push that y'all was even a threat? When is the last time a Knicks player won MVP? Hell, when is the last time a Knicks player won the All-Star Game MVP? The team is a bunch of losers. The organization is full of losers. You, sir, are a loser. Carry on, Project. Get your final words so I can tap these cats in, bro.
Antennas was on TVs, man. Like, TVs was 500 pounds.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
When we last time we won a championship?
Hey!
Down there, like the Knicks talk about.
Last time we won a championship, black people still fighting for civil rights. If you don't knock it off, bro.
What? Man, that don't even make sense. I don't know how they. Knicks is the last fans that need to be in this. Y'all didn't say y'all still losing. Y'all still losing. Like what y'all 3, 4, 4, 3? What are we talking about? Like we one game behind, Joe.
Well, I got it right there.
This
Right.
You got talent and you lose it. It's a shame. Properly place your talent and get these numbers. It's just the league ain't that good.
Right.
Some players ain't that good. They ain't better than they cannot stop Dame Young's. So at the end of the day, you got two automatic 3-point game scorers, two MVP candidates on your team. The team of Bobby Johnson. Let's go get the Knicks or something. If we do, if Brooklyn, Knicks fan, come on.
Hey, what up, Jimmy? Like that song we was talking about you with that gateway. Shout out to Jimmy with that song. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all gentlemen tapping in. Prate, Bleacher Report Boss. Hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow in another win. And I hope to see you tomorrow too, Knicks fans, so I can style on you after we punish y'all. All right, gentlemen. Appreciate y'all tapping in, bro. All right, Tay. All right, Bleacher Report Boss. Appreciate y'all. Homie here, Brandon. Give me a second, Brandon. Let you get your comment, then we'll get up out of here. Go ahead, Brandon. The floor is yours. You gotta get situated, bro. Hey, you give this like Blair Witch Report. You gotta stand still for a minute. Go ahead. It's like you filming Blair Witch. Oh, there we go. Shit, there we go. Go ahead, Brandon.
These New York fans come out and chat about we suck. Y'all suck. Y'all are losing. Reason why you pay all that money to get capped.
Let's not even give her no more energy, Brandon. Let's talk about what our win today. That's what's important. We finally got another win. So let's talk about that. Go ahead, Brandon.
That was my watch. Anyway, I know we got to and stop fighting. That good thing hope is happening in tomorrow. And I'm proud of that yet. We finally got the amazing.
Right.
AJ in the game. I like that thing.
Yep, agreed.
With Giannis and AJ.
No, I agree.
Only at one point, really, that Jonathan,
Absolutely. I'm actually not that surprised. But yeah, go ahead, Brandon. But yeah, that is terrible. But nothing shocks me with Brooklyn.
Tomorrow, we gonna get this dub over the Knicks.
There we go. Absolutely. And I hope Old Boy come back too. Because I love when they come in here before we play them. And then when we book them. I want you to stand up, Brooklyn fans. I want you to stand up. My boy No Strays, ENT, win or lose, or draw, he always be in here. If you gonna come in here talking slick, you gotta poke your chest out too when y'all lose. I'm just saying. Well, go ahead, Brandon. Before I get up out of here, go ahead, Brandon.
Okay, just take one day at a time, like I always say.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, that's okay. Whatever. That's my mocha. That's my mocha. So, we're gonna get this done tomorrow. Here's a big apple.
There we go.
So, we can just think of it.
Right.
We don't care about it. So we gotta come in, get ours, come in y'all building. Shut y'all up. Take a money, take a look at it down, and shut y'all in, whatever.
There we go. My man. All right, Brandon. Appreciate you. Like the hat too, bro. All right, Brandon. Bucks Nation, we are back on the winning side of the fence. It's great to see. It was good to see the energy today from the young guys. It was good to see AJ Jackson starting lineup. It was also, as usual, good to see Dame and Giannis playing well, both going for 30. It was a great win at home in front of Pfizer, more in front of friends and family. Let's take that momentum and go beat the Knicks tomorrow. Great performance by the Bucks tonight. Great performance. It started off a little shaky. We definitely made second half adjustments, and I have noticed for most of this year we have been making good second half adjustments. I do hope that can continue, and we're gonna be doing this again tomorrow, right after the game, y'all. Y'all know how we do. Consistent here. Shout out to the best Bucks channel on YouTube. This is the number one source for Bucks news. No one does it better than us. Hey, it's not just the information, but it's also the presentation.
Sure.
Y'all know how we do over here. I'm Amber. This is Amber's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks Trade Rumors.
Take care. Have a good
Live edition. Comment, like, subscribe, and share electrifying content. We just got done discussing the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Utah Jazz down 100 to 123.
Thank you.
And a good win and get us back with some positive mojo. Appreciate all y'all tapping in. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button on the way out. Enjoy the mellow moves as we ride out. Go.
All right, we are back. Looks like we lost the $50 ride. Interesting. I don't see it canceled or saying it was given to someone else. Oh, I did cancel. Okay. The rider of your reservation canceled 18 minutes ago. Interesting. Amazing. So our next ride is at 7:05. I'm going to head back to where I'm from. That was our mission. Oh, I got logged out. What the? Alrighty, let's see what the chat's saying. Shouldn't you go onto the right lane if it's empty? In Germany, it's a rule. No. If anything, I don't want to be in the right lane because there's a lot of open country here. And with that being said, deer end up being on the freeway or the highway or the expressway, however you want to say it. So, no. If anything, I want to be in the middle lane or the fast lane. So especially the way people drive here. You may have, what is it called?
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
I forget what it's called. An Autobahn. You may have an Autobahn, but people are just reckless drivers here. But yeah. So we just completed that ride. Right now we're at $57.79 on Uber. And that Lyft ride. And it did come through, but it didn't come through at the same time. $14.37. The thing is, Lyft resets their pay at 5 o'clock. So technically it says 0, even though we just took that ride. But yeah, good start. It's just I didn't eat breakfast, and I'm going to need to eat breakfast if I'm going to continue driving. So we're going to have to. So once I do arrive home, I will end this live and then just start a new one, because I'll lose the connection of the live anyways once I get to my actual place of living, just because of the garage. A great start. We're at $71. It's unfortunate that last ride canceled. If you're looking to support the channel, comment, like, subscribe. Hit that like button. ride prompted on Lyft, but I didn't see it. I just received a tip. If it's not 7, I don't take it. 337. I'm not taking it. If it's not 7, I'm not taking it. Selecting my new podcast.
If you're looking for a new concrete coating, you'll likely want to hear this. Traditional epoxy coatings can fail and discolor in a short amount of time. You're going to want to go with a company that offers...
Everybody connect meeting, whether or not trans women or women, and we are starting right now with First Amendment's opening statement. Thanks for being with us. First Amendment, floor is all yours for your open.
Thanks, James. I'm really happy to actually be here, to be invited back on the Modern Day Debate stage. And I also just want to...
If it ain't 7, I ain't taking it. 337.
Now, I operate on some preliminary sex and gender are effectively two different things. Biological sex is defined by your gametes, or more technically, which gamete being eggs that your body or phenotype has evolved to produce. In humans, the developmental process in which result in you developing a male or female phenotype are determined by which set of sex chromosomes that you have, be it XX for females or XY.
If any of you are watching and you're sensitive about politics or
some may have one chromosome, or they may have extra chromosomes. Some may have XY
life in general,
and due to androgen insensitivity syndrome,
might want to leave because I'm watching a podcast that may offend you. Sorry, not sorry.
Stage. In general, XX represents female and XY represents male. Gender is represented as the hormonal characteristics that
$3 tip.
Your brain. For 99.9 to 99.99% of people, the specific hormone balance that you receive is the same as your sex. But this isn't the same as people with
K-Band from the
hormone
6th.
balances such as trans people and intersex people. There are, however, a rare set of people where the hormone balances they receive at embryonic development are different from their sex characteristics. This causes someone to feel that they are a different sex than what they physically are. Sexual development involves two very distinct developmental processes: sex determination and sex differentiation. Sex determination is the developmental assignment that directs the undifferentiated...
So now we're at $60.79 on Uber, and then $14 and some change on Lyft. So that puts us at $74.
And the oocyte, gender identity, and sexual orientation are fundamentally independent characteristics of an individual's sexual identity. And I see the rest of my time.
Thank you very much for that opening, folks. We're going to kick it over to Andrew for his opening as well. I want to let you know if it's your first time here at Modern Day Debate, I am your host, Dr. K. I just want to say welcome. No matter what walk of life you're from, we're glad that you were here and that subscribe button. We get many more debates coming up. With that, we'll kick it over to Andrew. Thanks for being with us. Andrew,
so this is maybe the first time I have to go near the end of my opening statement and read that first and then go back to the beginning, which is actually bizarre, but I actually never heard a single argument for how trans women are women, not even one. I didn't hear a single argument for that. Just pointing that out. I'll wait for my opponent to come back. It's very rude for him to walk away in the opening statement, because then how can he hear my arguments?
I can hear you. They're wireless.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure. But anyway, ultimately, this debate is straightforward. It falls to my opponent to demonstrate why a woman and a trans woman are exactly the same thing. That's the debate. I contend they're not. And my
you notice here, this guy's riding in my tail.
Sex that would be categorized as trans. Simple. In regards to gender, this is a social.
And then if I start to brake, he's going to get mad.
Prostitute together. This just becomes self-ID and can't be biologically assigned because it's ultimately an empty label. It doesn't have any useful information about what the category is. With that, you'd think I would just put the debate outright, but since I guess we have to have this debate, I'll go ahead. This debate is often hilarious, as with just a single moment of reflection, you can see I already won it before I said a word. The prompt itself says everything that needs to be said.
What do we got here? We'll take it.
We are drawing two discrete categories here, and only one.
$13.
Correct. Let me demonstrate how simple this is. If a male wants to apply his perception of female traits to his own body, we can call that transgender. However, he is still a male. His application of said behavior becomes a social category rather than a biological category. He is a male who engages.
Hello, Tom from Australia.
My opponent uses a rather silly.
I heard Australia is not a real country.
Is that true? Specialists agree that changing hormones in your body can affect your mind. That somehow proves something solid about this behavior. It doesn't. In the work of endocrine disorders and psychiatric manifestations, living reference working tree, we'll start with the relationship between endocrine and psychiatric diseases are bidirectional. Most endocrine disorders are associated with psychological disturbances, and conversely, psychiatric entities induce changes in hormone activities. It's chicken or the egg dilemma. Did the disorder come from the psychiatric disease, or did the psychiatric disease come from the hormone changes? Who knows? What are common endocrine disorders according to the paper? Main psychiatric manifestations associated with endocrine diseases are depression, anxiety.
We're 5 minutes away from our next pickup here.
Suicidal thoughts. Gee, we really narrowed things down, haven't we? Should we make a new taxonomical category for all of these based on sex of people who have these disorders? How about female anorexia? Does that sound correct? Or woman depression anomia? Does that sound right to you? It's silly. The biggest problem with this,
just an amazing country. I wouldn't call it anywhere else.
Explaining it doesn't really sync up.
What about America?
After Dr. Hillary Katz submitted her findings,
our country's being fixed now that we have the right president going to be in place.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Trans or gender diverse identity. But there is broad agreement that it is a result of a complex interplay between biological, psychological, and social factors. This balance of factors will be different in each individual. Further explaining, the use of masculinizing, feminizing hormones in those under the age of 18 presents many unknowns. Despite the long-standing use of adult transgender population, the lack of long-term follow-up data on those commencing treatments at an earlier age means we have inadequate information about the range outcomes for this group. Clinicians are unable to determine with any certainty which children and young people will go on to have enduring trans identity. And of course, from the same report, while considerable amounts of research have been published in this field, systematic
we're less than 5 minutes away.
Demonstrated the poor quality of published studies, meaning there's not a reliable evidence base from which
once we get there, I already know we're gonna have to wait.
Or for children and their families,
which is crazy.
Informed choices.
You would think that
trans children,
I was about 10 minutes away, that when you order it, you're actually ready.
Akin to trial and error on an individual level than they are about group treatments.
But
the science is very much not settled. This also puts into doubt.
I don't think they're actually going to be ready when I get there.
Reduce harm. Very typical model, by the way. So what does any of that have to do with a trans woman being a woman? Literally nothing. But just like intersex, my opponent will try to pretend that complex medical and sociological issues can be reduced to some kind of odd claim. So I just wanted to jump in front of it. Ultimately, like I said, the debate is straightforward. It falls my opponent to demonstrate why a woman is a trans woman are exactly the same thing. That's the debate. I contend they're not. My reasons are as follows. They have a different sex, but they wouldn't be categorized as trans. Simple. In regards to gender, this is a social phenomenon, not a biological one. We'll prostitute together. This just becomes self-ID, can't be biologically assigned because it's ultimately an empty label. Doesn't point to any useful information about what the category is. That should be the end of the debate if we use logic, but somehow it's impossible to do so with these little left-wing Fruit Loops. So, I don't know. I guess we'll just keep going, even though I have no idea why.
We are 3 minutes away from our pickup. Again, it's for, I think, $14.
Up like girls because it gets them off, and they usually suffer from autogynephilia. If, of course, you don't treat them like women, They can't get off, so they endlessly demand you treat them like women, or they will self-delete. It's called emotional hostage taking. Do what I want or else. And I take the or else path. I will not affirm your lies. It will do damage to me to do so. And if that ends in your choice to self-delete, I don't give a shit, and neither does the entire working class of the United States. And with that, I'll yield the rest of my time. Looking forward to getting into this debate.
Thank you very much. And we're just the open dialogue. What do they, folks? I'm going to put a poll in the chat letting you vote on where you stand on this topic, and then a poll later on during the debate on who you thought was more persuasive. With that, thank you very much, gentlemen. The floor is all yours for open dialogue.
Yeah, so just very quickly, why are trans women and women exactly the same thing?
Yeah, I'd hate to answer my question with a question.
So then don't do
some
that.
leading
Don't do that then.
understanding-
Just answer the question.
Hold on.
No. Don't ask me a question. Answer the question.
Well, so leading, you have to understand, I suppose, my logic, right? And
No, I don't need to understand your logic. I need you to answer the question.
Just take care of some questions. So let's start
I'm
off
not going to
with-
answer your questions before you answer my question.
Well, I
Just
feel
answer
like
the
I'm
question.
at least owed.
You're not
if you
owed me
walk along
answering.
my train of
Dude,
logic.
listen.
I should be able to.
What
ask
does
a
my
simple
position
question.
have to
Hold on
do?
one second. Can you remind me what the question was, Andrew? And then
Very simple. Very simple. I need to know what makes a trans woman exactly the same as a woman. That's what I need to know.
So,
So
well,
then
they're
tell
not
me that.
exactly the same as a woman.
Okay, well then that's the end of the
trans
debate.
woman
Thank
is
you.
a woman.
Okay,
It's
that's the
not
end of the debate.
It's unfortunately not the end of the debate. I have to ask you.
No, that's the end of the debate. What do you
As a
mean?
leading question.
What's your
How
question?
do you determine somebody?
How was your night?
Okay.
How's your
just so
night been
you
going?
understand,
It's actually
I don't know if
morning.
You can read or not, but the debate prompt says
It's
are
5:36
trans women-
a.m.
I asked you if they're exactly the same thing. You said no. That's the end of the debate. I'll take your concession now.
Well, no, not necessarily, because we have to discuss what it is, how you determine somebody to be a woman. I think it's very important to understand that, to then understand the answer to my question. You can, of course, answer your question.
Then
We
answer
need
it.
to go over some basics.
Okay, go
So
over
for
it.
starters, how do you determine somebody to be a woman?
What does that have to do with anything? I asked specifically. I just want to make sure I got this correct.
Question regarding,
Okay, I want to make sure I got this
validity of
correct.
my claim. I'm asking how
Okay,
you
well, bro,
determine somebody to
Here
be
we
a
go.
woman. Simple.
Let's try this again. I asked the question, is a trans woman the exact same thing as a woman? Your answer is no. That's the end of the debate, sir.
I've already explained it to you. So I guess if you're not willing to answer the
Oh, yeah,
question,
that's
Are they
late.
the same exact
That's
thing or
fine.
not, sir?
That is
Go
late,
ahead and
sir.
Start over then. So typically how you determine somebody to be a woman is that you generally vote. You don't pull
Yeah,
their
I'm
pants
still waking
down.
up.
You do not take their blood.
So,
and then
like I said, no surprise.
based on having XX chromosomes.
Based off the
You look
demographic,
at
that I always
that
have to wait
means
for
that
this
you
certain
observe
demographic.
typical phenotypes,
Always have to wait.
typical
I don't get
male,
it.
female, to determine whether
You ordered the ride 15 minutes
So
ago,
one good example of this
and you're
is,
still making me wait.
You observe that they have breasts, hips, a facial structure that is vindicative in a specific way that would indicate that they are, in fact, a woman. You yourself would look at somebody and, based off of those phenotypes, determine that they are a woman.
Yeah, but are they a
So,
real woman?
Under that basis, well, but that's not the question. The question is, are trans women women?
Yeah,
And
but
so
okay,
if
so
you
women,
are
a
able to
woman.
look at
Hang on, I
somebody
just
within
listened to
about
all
half
this.
a
My
second.
turn. My turn.
Well,
I
no,
just
no,
listened to
no,
everything
because
you just
you're
said.
not understanding
You
the
can't
logic.
filibuster the
Interrupting me.
debate, bro.
I'm
You
not
can't filibuster
filibustering
the debate. My turn.
I'm
My turn. I
simply
just
explaining my
Paige,
position.
I literally just patiently listened to your entire stupid diatribe. So here's the thing. Very simple question for you. Can you draw a woman on a piece of paper?
I sure can.
Is it real? Is that a real woman?
I mean, it's a picture of a woman. It's
Is
not
it a real woman? No, it's not a real woman. Okay.
Picture of a woman.
So when you say, is a trans woman a woman, do you mean it, that a trans woman is a woman in the same way that a picture drawn of a woman is a woman? Or do you mean that a trans woman is a woman in the same way, objectively, a female is a female, a woman is a woman?
Well,
Or are they a different
I've
category?
explained to you that you determine somebody to be a woman based on their
Yeah, morning.
rights.
expression. That a typical expression is not
Sure,
the
so
same.
if they
Yeah.
are thinking this secular fact distribution, and if it's called a passive transcript, so according to you, there are variable metrics. They are, because that's how you determine.
You haven't heard any metrics.
That's correct, because you won't answer a single one of my
Well, how can you then say that by my metrics
same
anything?
question one more time.
Bro, how can you say by my metrics anything? Okay, so, okay, I'll answer the question, but stop for a second. Because
Oh, gotcha. Thanks for telling me.
You're on the yes position. You're making the affirmative claim here. The affirmative claim is that, yes, they are women. I need to know what type of woman we're talking about. Are we talking about, are they the same type of woman as, like, my wife, for instance?
Not necessarily. Is your wife trans woman?
No. I don't understand. Do you think that that's so they're different? My wife would be a different type of woman than a trans woman?
Well, I mean, I'm saying that you're saying they're women, right? The fact that you're saying they're not called a trans woman is yes.
Okay. No, I don't understand. That's a very so that's a very strange allocation. Do you understand that there's a term called bitch? What does the term bitch refer to?
Female dogs.
A female dog, right? So we can make an allocation to something which is a female and a classification towards a human too. We call that a woman. That's what that is. That's referring to a human female, like a bitch is referring to a female dog. So with the word bitch, we can now determine it's a dog and it's female. And if we say woman, we can now determine it's a human and it's female. So that's how I would classify what a woman is. Very simple. Hang on, shut up, man, shut up so I can. Well, I'm trying to give you my definition and you won't even shut up long enough to get it. I'm answering it literally right now. Okay, what's your question? Bro, not only am I answering the question, right, but I'm answering it concisely. If bitch is a reference to a dog, which is also a female, then we can use the word bitch anytime somebody uses it. It refers to dog and female. Just like we use the word woman, we're referring to a human who's also female. Right? Very simple by your own logic. Now we know exactly what Andrew Wilson thinks a woman is. Now, what do you think a woman is?
Well, I don't think women are bitches.
What does that have to do with anything?
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
I didn't refer to women as bitches, you idiot. What did I refer to as a bitch? What did I refer to as a bitch? What did I refer to as a bitch?
Obviously,
as a classification.
And so we can go right back to the topic.
No. I can't let you get away with that. When did I call you any women bitches? I just said, I literally have answered it. Okay, ask the question again with the same answer. Yeah, when did I ever call them that?
You were referencing as an analogy bitches, and regarding female dogs, we're not talking about female dogs. It's not relevant to the discussion.
I asked you what a bitch is. You said a female dog.
The only relevancy is transitions. Trans is what I say, life, biological. They're not dogs, right? So it's fair to say that making a comparison regarding dogs is not relevant. So
that is the dumbest. Okay, so I'm going to answer. You can't filibuster the debate. Let me respond. Okay, so this is really simple. The reason I asked you the question of what a bitch is, you said a female dog, is so that I can show you that we have a word which would refer to both a dog and a female at the same time. So it's a dog and it's a female dog at the same time with the same word. It gives us two criteria for information. I then said, if I use the word woman, it's doing the same thing. It's saying this is a human being who's also a female. Same exact thing. Female. That is not calling women bitches, you fucking lunatic.
As if that belongs analogous, or the definition is analogous.
It's a taxonomical classification. That's it. Taxonomical classification.
Right?
It's totally we're talking about taxonomy. We're talking about taxonomy.
Not at all. We're talking about trans women and whether or not they're women.
That would be a taxonomical classification.
No,
Yes. Why don't you tell me what taxonomical means?
What they would, I mean, we would be Homo sapiens sapiens. I mean, that's, I don't see.
And that can be, you can also be
but that has
female
any
or male. That would be
reference to-
taxonomical. You could talk about all sorts of different reductions within taxonomy, which are necessary. That's
Yeah,
literally what we're
now
talking
you're
about. That's the
talking
question you
about
asked.
sexual differentiation, and
Have mercy.
well, I don't know what to tell you. How do you determine someone to be a woman? It's very simple question.
They have to be a female.
Okay, so
They have to be a female who's an
let me
adult.
get this straight, right? When you walk into this person, right, that you don't know whether or not they're male or female, the way you determine that they're female is that they have to be a female uncertain. So why don't you explain how do you determine that they are?
Okay, you're asking two different questions.
That's the same.
It's true.
How do you determine?
If you don't want me to answer, then keep talking. Okay, so you're asking two different questions here. So you asked, how do you determine it, right? And then you said, how is it not certain? So these are two very distinct questions. So first of all, even if I make a determination on what I think is a female based on a phenotypical expression, I could be wrong. Just like I can't tell the difference in sex between dogs and all. So I could say, come here, girl, and it's actually a boy, and I just don't know that they're different. But the truth of the matter is still the same. So you're saying, well, wait, you make a heuristic determination based on what you phenotypically see. I wouldn't even dispute that. It just has nothing to do with the truth of the matter. The classification of a woman is still a female, even if I can subjectively be tricked into thinking a male is a female. That has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, we're going to have to unfortunately be stuck on the same question because you've answered with a circular understanding. So I asked you initially, how do you determine someone to be a woman? And your answer was, if they are a female. Unfortunately, if you are going to approach a person, you don't know whether or not that they are male or female. The way that you determine that they are female is if they are female. That is a circular response.
No,
So I'm going
listen.
to ask you one more time.
How do you determine somebody's black?
How do you determine?
Hang on, how do you
someone to be
determine
a
someone's
woman?
black? How do you determine someone's black?
I look at them.
Okay, and so when you look at them, you can determine that they're black, right?
Yeah. You look
Okay,
at
but is there a
phenotypes,
science? Is there a
and then
scientific
determine
way?
whether or not.
Yeah, is there a
Yes, it's
scientific
done
way?
within about half a second.
And is there a scientific way to make the determination that they're black?
Sure, you can.
Okay, so then there's two.
23andMe test.
Yeah, so then there's two different
Determine.
types
Sure.
of determination that we're using here, which I already told you. One is a subjective
I'm
versus
not asking about two
one is a
different
subjective versus objective metric. When you say to me, Andrew, how do you personally make this determination? Right? I say a woman is female. That is true. You say, well, wait, it's circular. Shut up, bro. Let me finish. You say that's circular. All subjective categorizations for a thing are circular. All of them. There's not a single one an interpretive subjective personal interpretation of a thing which is not circular. I determine this can to be a can because it's cylindrical in shape. What does that mean? What means it's cylindrical in shape? What means it's cylindrical? It's the same shit, but the truth of the matter is an entirely different determination. So if we're asking the question, this debate is not how Andrew Wilson subjectively determines whether or not you're a woman or a male, but can't he be tricked? It is in fact objectively, is this person a man? And if it comes to sex, that's the priority, then you have to be an adult human female to fit that categorization. What is your refutation to this?
Yes, I have to. We're going to try to see if we can pull you out of circular logic here. You said, how do you determine someone to be a male? You said if they were female. Unfortunately, you approach them, and the way that you determine is whether or not that they are female is that they are female. It's circular. So unfortunately, I'll try to help.
No. That, you would be.
Well, are there a series
You would be
of
asking me then what is a
characteristics that you
female?
look
You would
at?
have to ask what is a female from there.
That's correct. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
that's
you
what
didn't
I'm
ask me what is a
towards.
female. You asked me
Well,
what is a
that's what I'm
woman.
going to pause.
Asking me what is a woman, I say female. You say it's circular. It's the stupidest thing I've heard.
Because you're applying circular logic.
It's not circular logic.
Well, yeah, it was circular logic.
No, it's not circular
Let's start
logic.
over. We have to.
What is circular? First, let's start with this. I know we should be talking about.
How do you determine?
I actually don't understand the question unless you explain me what the circular logic means. What does that mean?
Circular logic is
So wouldn't all axioms fall into the category of circularity then?
Would axioms fall? No, they are axioms. By their very
Okay.
definition, they are circular.
Okay, so for you, what is circular logic is just that you use thing X to come back to thing X in a circle, right? That's what we're saying? Yeah, okay, got it. Can you describe to me
Have a good day.
does an axiom exist in the reality?
Oh, 11 minutes away. I can't do that.
Show me where it exists.
Thought I was closer. I'm sorry, Lori.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lori.
Well, it's axiomatic in the sense that
Okay.
so there you go.
So, we're taking a small break. 30, 45 minutes at most. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't feel like I'm not appreciating you guys watching. I'm a truck mechanic, so I'm used to being up long hours. That's amazing. Gotta be careful, there's a cop behind me. I didn't do it, I swear, cop. I swear. I'm gonna outrun him. I'm outrunning him. I'm getting away. He doesn't know where I am anymore. I'm just kidding. No, he was sitting at that spot. I know where they sit. All right, so quick update here before we take our very small break. Again, I normally wouldn't take this break, but I didn't eat yet. So we're at $57 for Uber, and then $13 for Lyft. So that puts us at 70.
We are audio and video
That's some
recording
change,
this
so it's like
ride for your
$71.
safety.
I don't like on the change. Too much math. But $71. Can you believe it? It's not even Thanksgiving yet, and they already have Christmas stuff up. They already have Christmas stuff up. It's like holiday stuff, I guess. And nothing geared towards Thanksgiving. Anyways, so I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, if you have any questions about how I make $2,000 driving Uber and Lyft, let me know. But I'm gonna take a small break. So if you guys want to continue watching me, I'll start a new live in about 30, 45 minutes at most. So talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.